You're not cutting, Elena. You're using the knucks. How do you... Well, I suppose she could karate chop it, but being a black belt myself, I can tell you right now there's no such thing as a karate chop. Why don't you try cutting it, Bogart? It's alive. Well, I guess everything else in this cave is alive, so I guess there is that. Let's try to find another way by going this way. Anyway, second tip that I can give... Actually, you know what? I'm going to hold up on that because there's a Golden Mana statue here, bound to be a boss coming up, so I'm going to hold off on that for a couple of minutes here. So let's save at the statue real quick. Oh man, the kind of grinding for potent posies and everything you could do in here. Like, look at all the weeds in here. You could get like a bajillion of them. And the thing is, if you're using the hero, the sword Deathblow is the best way to grind up for those things because you can cut down like 6 of these at a time. It's ridiculous. As a matter of fact, I almost ended up needing to do that myself when I was playing on the heroes file and getting him through this area. But anyway, let's head into this area and see if there's another way around. Uh-oh. I sense a disturbance in the force. Well, something like that, but... I mean, it's noticeable on Elena's gloves, but not on Duke's. Even though you say the same thing regardless of what story we're playing. Come out and face us! Like a... shadow? Well, that's weird. He astro-projected himself. Okay. Oh, are we? I would say I would subvert you before I joined you, to be honest with you. Are you kidding? You do realize who you're asking this, right? You are by far the most criminal man on the face of the planet. Besides Gormand, he's evil. Nothing up my sleeves? Nothing in my hat? Watch as I disappear before your very eyes. Oh, well, of course, Julius. I mean, we kind of figured that was your plan. No. Not gonna happen. Well, yeah, we had to kill monsters in order to get here. What did you expect us to do? Leave them? I'm not doing a low-level playthrough. See, I told you I would disappear before your very eyes. What, you didn't know, Elena? I mean, Julius may have been to the beach once or twice already on this game, but he couldn't have gotten burned so bad that he turned into charcoal. Well, yeah, it's an RPG. What else do you want us to do? Side quests? There's no time for that right now. We have to save the world. Okay, wait a minute. What are you doing? He's casting a summon! By George, it's a Metal Gear! This guy is not all that difficult. Really, the only thing you have to watch is the flower on his head, because it can cast some pretty nasty magic. But as you can see, very, very easy fight. Now, part 2, on the other hand, is not so easy, because he gets into that bulb thing, I guess, and he becomes a whole lot harder. Oh boy. Anyway, big thing you want to do here is you want to cast Luna, because Luna is the most effective thing here for him. And you'll get a bunch of Luna level ups if you do it. So, oh god. You don't want to get hit by the powder, because the powder just sucks, to be honest with you. It has all kinds of status ailments attached to it, like poison and all that stuff. Would you stand still for 2 seconds, please? Oh god. But yeah, if Bogart didn't have the equipment he has, because I'm pretty sure he has some pretty decent equipment, he'd be, well, he'd be more in a hurting than he is. The thing with this boss fight is that it's a lot easier with magic, which is probably why I decided to do it with Elena as opposed to doing it with, oh, shit. Well, you get to see the support spell. This is what happens when you use Luna's support on accident. You turn into a Moogle! Oh my god, I almost got hit by that. I'm just gonna sit over here and duck underneath those. He can put all kinds of status ailments on you with those. He has like poison and all that stuff, and it's just aggravating and annoying to deal with. So, well, don't. Oh look, his what's it called died. His bulb died. Now if only the flower would die! Oh, there we go. I think I got it. I guess not. But yeah, the thing is that this boss fight is a lot more difficult with... Oh, he entered his next stage. This boss fight's a lot more difficult with physical attackers because you have to stand up there and use the bow, which is not the most effective thing ever against this guy, to be honest. Yeah, get out of here. Wilt and rot. Magical attackers will have a much easier time taking care of that guy, so... If you're playing as Duke, or if you're playing as a melee attacker in general, those seeds that you were seeing him shoot out, the ones that were hitting Bogard in the face for 33 damage apiece, you can swat them back at him with a slash trait weapon, or a bash trait weapon, I don't know. You can swat him back with a weapon that can combo, I think it is, and they'll deal like 48 damage per hit. He has a bit of HP, but about 10 of those seeds swatted back at him, and if you can avoid the breath, then you should be pretty well off. Anyway, what have we got here? Kind of looks like a tree. Then again, this is a cave full of trees, so... Ah, it's Dryad, the wood spirit. Took you long enough to get here. Though I have a feeling this guy's gonna be a barrel of laughs. He's already starting with the incredibly lame puns. Hang around. Great. He can't catch up break. Well... You know, your luck might turn around if you get out of that vine thing. The boss, by the way, the first stage was called Metal Gear Hager. Yeah, great lampshade there, guys. And the second part was called the Poison Vine. So, I guess there's that. Oh, you poor thing. Yeah, we're having some trouble with the vines, and, you know, you're a wood spirit and all, so, you might want to... Oh, would I? Well, yeah, if you could help us, that'd be pretty great. Okay, so Dryad's going to help us get out of the cave. We don't have him in our inventory yet, but soon enough, soon enough. So now let's go back to the whole commentary thing that I was talking about. The second big tip that I want to give for people who are aspiring commentators is that, and this is probably my biggest pet peeve about people commentating, is that a lot of people do play-by-play, as in they talk about what's going on the screen right now. So right now, if I was doing play-by-play, I could be saying, "Up, group of monsters, I'm taking Elena out here, I'm charging her Hadouken, and now I'm using Hadouken. Now I'm running over here and finding no monsters, and I see this vine, but I don't want to hit it yet because there's monsters in here." So there's this glow moth thing and a death flower variety thing, and I'm hitting it, and it's not doing very much damage because I just wimped the glow moth, and now it's running around like a crazy bitch and doing nothing. I don't know. And then I'm hitting these guys for pretty effective damage and blah blah blah. You get my point. The thing is that play-by-play commentary isn't bad. It's just you have to. It's almost like, well, I don't know how much of my audience is able to drink alcohol right now, but as my mom always says, it's like good wine. Always in moderation. You don't want to have too much play-by-play, because if you have too much play-by-play, you end up with a lot of silent moments because you don't know what to say because you run out of things to say. And I see this a lot on YouTube channels. I mean, not even like lowly YouTube channels. Like, I see this, now here's the part that everybody that I'm subscribed to is going to start hating me for this. I see this on H.C. Bailey's channel, I see this on PrinceBoo21's channel, I see this on Octane Blue's channel, I see this on Super Skarmory's channel, sometimes on Chugga Conroy's channel, but usually Chugga Conroy's too busy flailing at the game and being hysterical about how he's failing at life and everything like that. There's only a couple of people really who avoid the problem, and I mean, I'm guilty of it myself at times because, well, a lot of the time when I'm doing that, I'm really either tired or I just don't feel like commentating a whole bunch. And I mean, that's an understandable thing, but there's really no excuse for too much play-by-play commentary. You don't want to do it a whole lot, because if you do it a whole lot, it kind of ruins things for people, because it's like, well, I can see that with my eyes. Why do I need you to repeat it and confirm what's going on the screen? You know? So, hold on one second. Let's see if what Dryad does here. Can you take these down, Dryad? Oh, cool. Wow, nice job. I couldn't do that. I did it earlier in the cave with... Elena did that earlier in the cave with her bare hands, but couldn't do it here. Not even Duke with his sword or Bogard with his sword could do that. Well, that's okay. You did your best. That's all you needed to do. No, don't leave... don't leave, Dryad. It's not... Yeah, really. You can come with us. Why not, you know? Oh no, we don't mind it. Get your trunk in gear. They don't have all the incredibly lame puns that they had with Lester and Duke from the last point. When I was playing through with Duke and Lester, they're all making incredibly lame puns about trees. And I was either laughing kind of cornily or just face-palming at them. But I guess I can use them here since Elena isn't using them. Yeah, I guess you wouldn't be bored, you know, when you're logging time with us. You might just branch out and broaden your horizons. See what I did there? Oh my god, it's infectious! Anyway, let's get out of here before I make another incredibly lame pun. Oh, what have we here? We have an enemy that I can't see, and we have sleeping bumpkins. Why is that not a surprise to me? Anyway, yeah, get out of here. So yeah, play-by-play commentary isn't really a big no-no, but you want to avoid it if you can, because a lot of the time when I see YouTube channels and I think about what's entertaining about them and what's not entertaining about them, too much play-by-play commentary can really ruin a game for somebody, because, well, I'll give you the example. I watched Prince Boo 21's walkthrough of Tales of the Abyss because, well, I've never played the game before, so it's kind of like, you know, it's like, well, you want to find out what the game's about because you want to know if you want to get it yourself or not. But the thing with Prince Boo 21, and the thing that I've actually noticed about a lot of YouTubers that are, you know, relatively larger YouTubers, is that a lot of them are very hasty people, and they, like, can't settle down and take the time to explore a game and explore the like intricate parts of it. Because I mean, if you've ever watched a Chugga Conroy video or you've ever watched a Prince Boo video, more often than not, more likely than not, you've probably heard either of them say, "Okay, come on, let's speed this up a little bit." It's like, why? If you're running through a game, and now that there's, especially now that there's no time limit, you have no excuse. I mean, you really need to, like, you really need to appreciate the game for what you have there, because, like, first off, the playthrough isn't going to last forever, and if you're not sounding like you're enjoying the game when you're going through it, then how do you expect people to, like, you know, how do you expect people to think you're enjoying it? I'll get back to this in a second. So, there's these stone faces in this part of Mount Illusia. That was where we were, pretty much, was the Miasma Glen, the Cascade Cave, which was where we were just now, and this whole area that we're in now is called Mount Illusia. So, the thing with Mount Illusia is that there's these stone faces that you have to hit, and whenever you hit them, they change their expression on them, as you can see, and they can change them to happy, blank, sad, or angry, depending on which ones you hit. Now, there are certain stone statues that you are going to have to turn to certain faces in order to open a door. So, like here, you need to turn both of them to happy in order to open the door. You'll be seeing more of those as we go along. Bogard's got defense down, great. That did nothing, and Bogard just got bombed. I need to take care of these guys a little bit quicker. So the best advice I can give... Would you stop doing that? The best advice I can give about play-by-play commentary for people is that it's fine, like I said, in moderation. But if you're in a big exploration area, like right now, I have something else to talk about right now, because if I was just doing play-by-play, this would be probably the most boring part of the walkthrough. If it was just me dungeon crawling this whole time, then it would be a pretty damn boring part of the walkthrough due to the fact that there would be nothing going on and I would have nothing to talk about. So that's why I wanted to have something to talk about before I went into this part, because I knew that there was going to be nothing but dungeons for probably, like, what are we on now? We're on 34 minutes pretty much of gameplay. And I knew that there was going to be nothing but dungeons for at least 45 minutes here. So, well, pretty much. So let's see here. This one needs to be blank. That's sad. That's happy. There we go.